What's going on, guys? Duck here, and we are finally heading to Walt Disney World this morning. I cannot wait to get there. Tonight we have extra magic hours, and I'll also be bringing you guys a room tour of the Pop Century because they did a lot of updates at the resort, and that's where I'm going to be staying for the next couple of days to bring you guys some fun Disney content. Now, a little word of advice if you are flying to Orlando. If you can, and you have the option to fly JetBlue, I highly, highly recommend it. That's what I always use to fly into Orlando with. And the reason for that is because it flies into Terminal C. Terminal C is the newest section of the Orlando airport. It's massive, and it's mainly meant for international flights. And JetBlue is like the only one that's like the odd one out. Wait times are nothing. The crowds are so low. Highly, highly recommend flying JetBlue into Orlando and even out of Orlando because you don't have to deal with the crowds like you always see at the Orlando airport. Guys, let's hit the road. Let's get to Disney World.
One eternity later.
All right, guys, and we just arrived here at Orlando. And like I was saying before I left for the flight, flying JetBlue is definitely the way to go when you're going into Orlando. Because Terminal C is just, it's too good. It's too good. So we're going to go ahead and get an Uber to the Pop Century. And then as soon as we get there, we'll check out the resort, see what they got in the store, probably grab some lunch. Let's go have some fun. Alright guys, Uber is confirmed, and welcome to Florida in summer. It's not too terrible out. I mean, I do have a Spirit jersey on. It's definitely humid, but not awful. A little cloudy today. I believe we're supposed to get some showers. We always get showers, at least when I'm in Disney, like randomly for 20 minutes and then it goes away. That's just typical. But waiting for the Uber, and then we'll head out to the resort.
Welcome back to Disney.
Alright guys, and we just arrived here at the Pop Century. We're all checked in. My room is not ready yet, so we'll go check out the new cafeteria. I know that was all updated and stuff, so it'll be cool to show you guys that. And we'll also grab some lunch because I believe even the food was updated, which is awesome. But yeah, we're heading in. And just like I was last at the Art of Animation, but we're at the Pop Century this time. Both fantastic resorts. Can't go wrong with it. But the updates look pretty cool. We just grabbed some lunch. I got the beef stir fry, $14.99. Of course, you have to get the resort mug, so we got that as well. And it's not bad.
Meanwhile.
All right, guys, and just heading to our room. We just got it. We are staying in the 90 section, which is probably one of the farthest ones from the Skyliner, which I usually opt to be close to the Skyliner, but I didn't ask or anything. So if you guys haven't stayed here before, pretty much the different sections are the different eras. So there's like the 50s, the 60s, the 70s, the 80s, and then I'm staying over in the 90s, which is the blue building. And each section is themed to that era. So this one we're in right now is kind of like a Pac-Man gaming theme, which is pretty cool. And I'm pretty sure the one I'm staying in is like computers, cell phones, and that type of stuff. But let's get to the room. All right, guys, and we have made it to our hotel room. I have to say, I will have a full room tour coming for its own separate video, but right off the bat, these are great. The updates are fantastic, and like I said, the only thing that kind of sucks right now is the rain. I literally left where I live, rain for the past weeks, thinking coming to Florida was going to be nice and sunny, but guess we brought the rain with us. Let's go see what we can do today. Just so you guys know, if you are staying in the 90 section, it's probably one of the farthest from the Skyliner. It's not terrible from the buses because you can go on the other side of this building and the buses are right out front, but it's pretty far from the Skyliner. But we're gonna go check out the Skyliner now, and then hop over to the Art of Animation, which is the sister resort to this one. So it's right across the way from the bridge, and the Skyliner is in between them all. So we're heading that way, and then we'll see what they have over there, because honestly, the pin selection in this store, I don't know, since they did the update, if they got rid of like the big wall, but the big wall wasn't there and they didn't have a lot. So I believe the Art of Animation still has the full wall. I don't know why they would have gotten rid of that, but let's head over that way. And here is one of the lagoons. So the Skyliner is directly that way. You can kind of see the bridge straight over there in between these trees. But yeah, and on the other side is the Art of Animation, which I usually stay there. We will be staying there in November on an upcoming trip, but I'll probably try to get back here a little bit before then. At least I would like to. Got a lot of things going on, but let's get to the bridge. I definitely can confirm that the 90s building is probably the farthest building. Just fair warning if you're staying at the Pop. I've been walking for a little bit, and it's raining. But we're in Disney, so it doesn't really matter. We're good.
One eternity later.
We are coming up to the Skyliner, which is personally my favorite form of Disney transportation. I think they should have it everywhere. It's the easiest, it's the fastest. Absolutely love it. And as you guys can see, here is the Skyliner, and then this is the bridge that connects the Art of Animation and the Pop Century. Now, if you are hanging out at the resort, there's always turtles and wildlife down in this water if you want to come watch over here. But there is the Skyliner, like I said, the best form of transportation at Disney parks, without a doubt. And we are now over on the Art of Animation side. I'm definitely not taking the Skyliner right now because it shows thunderstorms in the forecast, so knowing my luck, I would take it, get stuck where I am at the next area, and then probably have to take the bus back here. So we're not doing that right now because I just have a feeling that if I go on it and go grab like a Joffrey's at the halfway point, I'm just gonna be screwed. I already know it. Still raining, which is okay, but we love the Art of Animation, always stay here. But I mean, for the solo trip, I was like, I'm just staying at the Pop Century, save the money, I get the Skyliner, we're not complaining. All right guys, I picked up some mystery pins at the Art of Animation. I have to say, every time you walk into that resort, there's just a smell to it that is just so good. Pop Century doesn't have that smell, but the Art of Animation, it's got it going on. Too good. That's literally me. This is probably like a perfect time to take advantage of talking about this, but when it rains at Walt Disney World, just wait it out. Like if you're in a line, stay in the line. It's normally typically gonna last like 10 to 20 minutes. This is lasting longer, obviously. It should stop around 5 or 6, I think it said, which is perfect because that's right before we go to Extra Magic Hours tonight. But just wait it out, have fun. You're not gonna melt. Stay smiling. You're at the happiest place on earth. So like it doesn't really put me down at all. Obviously it slows me down a little bit with like the filming and stuff because I don't want to get the camera completely soaked. But we're still having fun. This is a long walk. I picked up some good mystery pins though from the Art of Animation. They had like I was saying before, they had a way more selection at the Art of Animation. I don't know why they got rid of so many at the Pop Century store when they did the renovations, but there was like no pins in there. So I'm glad I walked over there to check that out. And like I said, I wasn't risking the Skyliner. I would have got stuck. I definitely would have got stuck. So glad I didn't do that. Yeah, it's wet out. It's wet. Shoes always get caked. We're good. Travel day. This is why you always plan a travel day, right? Like I didn't plan on going to the parks at all because that would have sucked even worse. So always plan a travel day. Give yourself time to hang out, get used to the resort. It's wet out.
More moments later.
All right, the rain died out a bit, so we're doing pretty well now, but something I definitely recommend if you're staying at any Walt Disney World resort on property is getting the resort mug day one. I do it every time I go. Now, it's definitely not required, something you definitely don't really need to do, but it's just so nice and convenient being able to go right to the cafe, grab whatever drink you want, and that's pretty much it. The only thing I wish they did is allow you to fill up at the parks, but it is what it is. Alright guys, and we have made our way onto the Skyliner. I decided to hop on because I love the Skyliner. It's my favorite form of transportation in Walt Disney World, like I was saying before. But I was a little nervous because it said thunderstorms, and they'll close it when there's like lightning and thunderstorms. So we are taking off. We're going to the transportation center. So basically, when you get off of here, you can either go to Hollywood Studios, Epcot, or the next resort.
We are on our way to Disney's Caribbean Beach Resort with connecting flights to Disney's Hollywood Studios and Epcot International Gateway.
She just filled you in, so you could either go to Hollywood or Epcot, or the next resort is the Riviera. But yeah,
and enjoy the most magical flight on Earth.
This has to be just the easiest and best transportation without a doubt. I wish and I hope they continue to expand the Skyliner, because it's too good. It's way too good. I can't, it's like you're riding a ride, you know what I mean? Unlike the bus, this is like literally like you're riding a ride, which I love. And as you guys saw, this is the RV animation on this side, and over on our right is where we're staying at the Pop Century.
Disney's Caribbean Beach Resort. All passengers must disembark or transfer at this station. We hope you enjoyed your journey, and thank you for flying the Disney Skyliner.
So guys, as you just heard, we're coming into the Caribbean Resort. This is where you can transfer to Hollywood Studios or continue on to the Riviera and then Epcot. So yeah, you can kind of see here, here's a little bit of the Caribbean Beach Resort. I've never personally stayed here. Also, they have a nice Joffrey stand right off here where you can get iced coffee and all the stuff that Joffrey's carries right at this transportation center. So it's super convenient, and it's also just like a nice ride to hop on here. Do a loop if you wanted to. But yeah, I can't complain. This is super relaxing. The rain has calmed down, and it's just great to be in Disney World. Alright guys, just did a quick loop here on the Skyliner. Like I said, it's really nice to just hop on here and feel like you're on a ride when you're not really on a ride, and that's the huge benefit of the Skyliner. Like, even if you have like young children and stuff, they would love just hopping on this, and they would think they're on a ride. So definitely my favorite form of transportation. Glad I did that loop. I'll be back on this evening. You guys will see it in a separate video for the Hollywood Studios Extra Magic Hours tonight, well, after hours, which is a paid ticketed event that I'm doing tonight, and it's going to be super fun. You should be able to walk on pretty much any ride, and the night vibes at Hollywood Studios should be pretty good. And also what's nice is they have free soda, free popcorn, free ice cream that you can just continue to grab throughout the night at certain stations. So that's definitely a benefit as well. But I'm super excited to get there tonight, and I'm hoping the rain holds out. So far, the weather app is showing it's going to hold out, so we should be good.
Automatically open.